Last time we did Guess the Movie Bicep. Before that, we did Guess the Movie Beard. And this time I made a game for Altaf. Altaf, you ready?
Yes.
Guess the Movie Food. So
when you started with like F, I thought it was going feet, and I was like, interesting.
No, not to excite you too much. No, this is Guess the Movie Food, the second most exciting thing I could give you.
Ooh, I like the little like graphics you added.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, I saw the graphics you added for the bicep one, so I was like, ooh, I gotta try that now. Okay, so are you ready for the first one?
Dude, I'm so excited.
Again, some of this one might be easy for you. I really am curious of how it's going to be because this could go one of two ways, but we'll have fun either way.
Yes, sir.
So first one.
Okay, cool. So Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's the Big Kahuna Burger.
Yeah, you took a similar route as I did with the bicep one. It's like first one should be just like a palate cleanser.
Yeah, just a really easy, straightforward one. Yeah, I mean, Pulp Fiction's a movie that I think anyone who hasn't heard us talk about it can probably imagine our takes on Pulp Fiction. We get really giddy.
Yes, let's just get this out of the way. I love it. Chris hates it.
I know, right? It's not one of my favorite movies of all time that I've seen an obscene amount of times and can quote pretty much from beginning to end. No, not at all. But we both have seen it in theaters, but separately. We haven't gone together to a screening because they sell out so fucking fast.
I saw it last year for the first time at a 30th anniversary screening in 35 millimeter at the Vista, which is one of the two theaters that Tarantino owns. So I got to see it on film, and I think I told you, Chris, because you had seen it in theaters before, and I was extremely jealous of you.
Mm-hmm.
The two things I noticed. One, movie plays like basically a studio comedy when you watch it in theaters. It is so, like, everyone's just laughing the entire time.
Yeah.
Two, close-ups like this one right here on Sam Jackson give me like a religious, like spiritual feeling of how good they are. I'm not exaggerating. I know. Like that whole like final like Ringo speech at the end where he has like Eric Roth at gunpoint is like, I don't know, like that close up on him. There's nothing better.
Yeah. I get the religious spiritual experience with the soundtrack. Like the minute I hear it switch from Missouri, which is an incredible opening, but right when it switched from that like abruptly to Jungle Boogie, I'm like, my body is just like, you know what I'm saying? I can't describe it. I think listeners will understand it, but
it's great.
Yeah. So Pulp Fiction's fucking awesome. Okay.
Oh my God. I know what this one is too. It took me a second, but I know exactly. Dude, I love you because I have referenced this moment to you so many times.
I know we both have talked about it.
It's Ron chowing down in Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, so I'll give some context. I've talked to Chris so many times about how, like, watching Harry Potter growing up, I think about this moment a lot because he makes that chicken look so fucking good.
I mean, it's how we all would eat as kids too. If we were given like just a feast like that, we'd be wolfing it down.
Yeah, man. I think like Daniel Radcliffe said about Rupert Grint, like Rupert used the Harry Potter money like a 12-year-old would. Where like Rupert, like when he got older, like he bought an ice cream truck. Like he just like,
yeah.
It makes me happy.
I know. Also, for listeners, we said this in the Roger Rabbit episode, but just going to say it now. We're down to do another food, or guess the movie food. There's so many of them. Like I was kind of overwhelmed looking at all the screenshots and trying to pick between them. Yeah. So this is something I'd love to come back to. I'd love for you, like, to try it myself, for you to make me a guess the food video or a slideshow.
I guess so. All I'll say is that, like, I think you were about to say this, but if you like this type of content, like this video, like
leave us a like, let us know what you think, leave us a comment, all that good stuff, right?
And just because we don't usually like ask for likes, but we just want to know because we're putting this up as a Patreon exclusive, and we want to make sure you're getting your money's worth.
Exactly. So we love your feedback. Thank you. Okay, next up.
See. Okay, I think you stumped me. I'm trying to think. I'm going to like. So this looks like hollandaise. And I want to say it's Julie and Julia because there's a whole sequence where she talks about hollandaise and butter, and you know how much I love Julie and Julia. I have, before you reveal, even if it's not true, it'll be funny.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Blu-ray to Julie and Julia. People don't know this about me. I love that movie. We'll do that on the podcast when the podcast has become big, where we can just do whatever we want.
Yeah. It'll be come a point where we're happy to do like a more niche movie, which Julie and Julia is not like niche by any means. It's a really popular movie, but you know.
Yeah. If we did that right now, it would get -5 views. Okay. Please reveal, because I have no idea.
You're right.
It wasn't hollandaise, but it is butter.
Yeah, I mean, it might be hollandaise, funny enough, but I just took it from that. It was labeled as butter.
I think it's... Oh, God, look at me.
That one, I was genuinely curious if you could get that one or not, because I was like, you do love that movie and you're very familiar, but there were a lot of food scenes in Julie and Julia, obviously.
I've seen that movie like 6 times. Like, I've seen that movie so many times.
I love that. Okay, ready for the next?
Yes, of course, please. I mean, this is our boy Bruce, Matilda.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, man.
we all know this cake. We all grew up with this cake in a way. Yeah,
I know.
We
Eat it.
We've covered Matilda like way back when we used to have a movie review show that is private now.
Yeah.
But we'll do Matilda on the podcast one day. That's a big movie for you.
That movie's very important to me personally. I'm sure it's important to you too. You love Matilda as well.
I mean,
You read the book.
You know what's funny? I've read the book way more than I've watched the movie.
Yeah. I grew up heavily on the movie.
Which is, again, I love the movie. And like, you and I can talk about Danny DeVito's love for his own movie in Matilda as long as the day is. But like, yeah, I mean, was there any ever like behind the scenes of like how much of the cake this actor actually ate?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm actually not sure, to be honest.
Because I am curious. Like, I'm sure he didn't eat as much as we think he ate, but like, still.
I like the idea though of he actually had to eat a cake of that magnitude. This kid.
Yeah, I know. Like, there's no spit. Like, Danny DeVito didn't give him a spit bucket. Like, he was just like,
Yeah,
no,
he was like, no, you're doing this.
you reference, so I won't steal it from you, but you reference always that like one kid in the audience that says, "Go, Bruce."
Oh yeah, with his hair combed back, and he's like, "Go, Bruce."
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Oh, I think. See, I wouldn't have gotten this one, but I noticed the little white fur in the corner, so that's Elf.
Yeah.
Okay, so I remember when I was creating the Guess the Bicep game, that was a problem I ran into. I was just like, I want to hide the clothes, but then if I do too much of a close-up, it'll be pixelated.
Yeah, exactly the same thing here. But we've never covered Elf in any capacity, have we?
So Elf has always been one of those movies similar to Pulp Fiction in a way where you and I both are like, that's a big one. Like, we need to save it. Like,
I want to say we put it up for a vote or something around the holidays, and I think it just didn't win. But that is a big movie for both of us. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's just it's a Christmas classic. It's a wonderful story. Still holds up really well. Probably Will Ferrell's best performance.
Okay. Well, you think it's Will Ferrell's best performance?
Probably. I think it's up there. I mean, obviously, I know it can be debated between that and Ron Burgundy are the two big ones.
I mean, honestly, like, as much as I love Ron Burgundy is kind of a one-note character. There's a lot going on with Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
As much as you might think Buddy the Elf is a one-note character, I do believe there's a lot more going on.
For me, what does it for me that solidifies my take that Buddy the Elf is his best performance is when he goes up to his dad when he first meets him, when he's ready to sing for him, how his James Caan's like, "You look like you came from the North Pole," and his eyes widen where he's like, "That's exactly where I came from." Like, that performance is like from his soul. How hard Will Ferrell goes for that role.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think for me, the scene that solidifies it as like, if not his best, one of his best, is, I'm not even joking, is the doctor scene.
Oh, yeah, with Jon Favreau, dude, where he can't sit still.
He acts like a toddler. Like, I have like I remember when my sister was really young, when she was like around like 2 or 3. Man, those fuckers don't sit still. Like no matter how hard you try, they just don't sit still. And I don't get how Will Ferrell captured that so well.
I know. Well, and famously, James Caan like couldn't keep it together during that part.
Well, I mean, that's my favorite thing about like pitting Will Ferrell and James Caan together is like such a great idea, because James Caan is famously one of Hollywood's most scariest actors.
Well, it's when they take the little blood sample from his finger. You know how he screams in that scene?
Yeah.
James Caan turns away in that shot because you can visibly tell he's breaking if he like looks anymore. But it's when Will Ferrell does that like that full scream after he gets his finger pricked.
Directed by Jon Favreau, man.
Yeah, dude.
And okay, well,
badass movie.
One day you and I will do Swingers, which was obviously written by Jon Favreau, and then we will unveil our years-long bit about Jon Favreau talking about Swingers.
I know, right? I forget about that.
That'll come. We'll do a Swingers episode one day. Okay.
All right, sick. All right, ready?
This was a short YouTube version of this game. If you want to see the full game, go to our Patreon at Movies That Changed Us. Stay nice.